Hello everyone, Madhu this side, and today we are going to discuss an amazing automation tool, my dear friends. Okay, that's very interesting. All right, and it's called about make.com automation tutorial. Excuse me. All right, so let's get started. Before I dive in, I would request all of you that you please subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can get future notification updates. So now we are going to discuss about the introduction to automation with Make. Yeah. So what is that all about? Give me a second, please. With Make, you can actually automate repetitive tasks to save time and reduce errors. So we are going to take an example of 4 BHK luxury villa for sale in Lonavala. So this is an example which we have been created. Yeah. So now, if at all you have to get started with Make, right? So what questions will you have in your mind? You have to visit the Make website and then you have to create a free account. Okay. So my dear friends, free account will offer you 1000 operations per month. Okay. And let's say if you are looking for pro accounts, they offer additional features and 1 month free trial, right? Now we will be discussing about exploring the templates. Okay, so once you have created your free account on make.com, okay, so you have to navigate to the template section or the main dashboard. Okay, then you have to browse popular templates for inspiration on automation scenarios. Then you have to select a template to understand its functionality, which is going to adapt to your needs, right? Okay, so I will be discussing the concept first and then we will be doing the practicals. Yeah, all right. Once you have explored the templates, then you have to create your first scenario. It's very simple. You just have to click on scenarios and then create a new scenario. Then you have to understand the scenario editor interface. Okay, moving back to next slide, then you have to set up the triggers. You just have to click on the plus icon to add a trigger for your automation. Okay, then you have to search for and select Google Forms as your trigger app. Choose the action watch responses to trigger when a new form response is received, right? So we will be integrating Google Forms here. So now, if I told you have to connect your Google form, so what are the steps involved, right? You have to establish a connection by authenticating your Google account. Then you have to obtain the form ID from your Google Forms. So where you can find it, you can find it in the URL between D and edit section. Then you have to copy this ID into make here, right? Okay. Then you have to configure trigger settings. You have to set the limit for how many responses to pull. You can select default 2 for testing and then you can save your scenarios. Yeah. Then once all the steps are completed, now it is the time for setup. You have to submit a sample form through Google Forms. Okay. Then in Make, you have to click run once to test if this trigger is working correctly. Right? Okay. Then you have to work on adding your actions. After confirming that the trigger works, you have to add another module by right clicking or using the add module button. You have to select Google Sheets to log order data. Once that is done, you have to choose the action add a row to input data into your tracking spreadsheet. Yeah, okay, cool. Then you have to make sure that you are connecting your Google Sheets to make.com. You have to authenticate your Google account if prompted. Then you have to select that particular spreadsheet where you want to log the data. So here we have taken the example of, let's say, 4 BHK luxury villa for sale in Lonavala. Yeah. Then once this is done, what is important here is you have to map the data from form to sheets. Okay, so you have to map all the fields from Google Form responses to corresponding columns in Google Sheets. So what are the columns here? It could be name, contact number, okay, and please share your requirement, right? Okay, so now we are going to discuss on how you can actually finalize your automation. Once all the fields are mapped, you have to click on OK to save changes, then submit another sample order in Google Form and run the scenario again in Make. Okay? Then you have to make sure that you have to implement the filters, which is optional. Then you can set up filters between modules if at all required. Okay? Yeah? So now, before we start implementing the actual part, we will be concluding this presentation. You have to review how Make enables you to automate workflows efficiently. You have to encourage readers to explore more scenarios and applications to enhance their productivity. Right? So now we will be starting with the practicals. All right. So let's start with the practicals here. You have to open make.com. Then you have to create your account, right? So click on get started for free. Okay, I've already created the account. So here, once you have created a free account, then you have to click on login. So I have logged in over here, correct? Yeah. So this is the main dashboard here. Let's say, for example, here you have different option, teams, scenarios, more. Let's say you click on more option. Okay. Click on more option. Then you have to click on templates. Okay. So here you have different templates. For example, generate chat GPT completion from Google Sheet rows, add a vhook data to Google Sheet, sync Facebook lead ads, leads with Google Sheet, sync Notion database to Google Calendar, automate posting from Google. Okay, then you can also have automate posting from blog to social media, chat GPT. You can add incoming emails to Google Sheet spreadsheet as a new row, then send a Gmail email from a new Google Sheet row, then you can pass JSON script from HTTP request. Okay, so you have a lot of public templates here, right? There are many templates out there, or you can send Telegram messages for new Facebook group post as well. Okay, then you can get RSS feed updates in single email summarizing all the posts that contain a specific keyword, or you can create Notion database page for a new tourist task with a specific label. You can make academics, okay, so you can make basics course, okay, so there are a lot of templates out there, right? Okay, All right, I hope I'm clear on this. Go back and click on the organization tab here. Okay, so give me a second, my dear friends. So now what you have to do is you have to click on plus create a new scenario. Click on plus create a new scenario. Okay, so I create here. So this is the new scenario. So here you will have different options, all app, flow control, Google Sheet, tools, OpenAI, ChatGPT, Payhook, HTTP, Airtable. So you have to search apps. So you have to click on search apps or modules. Right? So here we will search for Google Forms. Okay. So here you have different option, search form, get a form, or create a form. Right? Okay. So you have three options here. You can also create your new form. So what we are going to do here is we are going to click on search forms. Okay. Right. I have search forms here. So let me open my email. So here I have the option. So 1 second, my dear friends. Yeah, 1 second here. I click on trash option over here. So I have the mail here from Google. Okay. So let's say, for example, I've created this particular form, right? So I'll see here as check charge, enter the number, share my requirements. I need 4 BHK luxury villa in Manavla. My budget is 10 TR. Okay, so I just click on submit here. So I click on OK. So here I'll get that your form has been submitted over here. Alright. Okay, so this is the email which we have got, or you can click on fill in using Google Forms also. Now, this is the Google form, correct? Yeah, so let's try to understand the next part here. Okay, so now first thing is you have to add the connection here. Just click on add the connection. Add the connection here. You have to click on connection name, my Google connection. Then you have to sign in with your Gmail account over here. I select my Gmail ID. Click on continue. on allow. Okay, so this is done. All right. Okay, so here it is. So it will say share drive forms. I click on yes. Yeah. So document title contains this. So now what is important here is, okay, so if I scroll down here, you have different options, order by, add item, right? I scroll down here, limit, I see as 2 for now, okay, and share it here as 2. Now we'll go back to this slide, right? Okay, so let's understand the practicals here, correct? So we have been creating the scenarios, right? So now we are actually trying to connect the Google form, correct? So here, what is important is you have to establish the connection by authenticating your Google account, obtain the form ID from Google Forms. So where you will get the form ID from the URL. It's between D and edit section, right? Here it is between D and edit section. Copy this. Yeah. So you have to copy this particular form ID. Let's say you copy this. What do you get? One second. Yeah. Sorry. First what I'll do is I have already connected my Google Forms here, right? Okay, so this has been connected here. So I click on OK over here, right? So basically, what are you trying to understand? Okay, so once I have been creating the automation with Make, okay, so here if you have connected your Google Forms, okay, so you have to authenticate your Google Forms here, right? Okay, so if you have connected your one Google form, so you can add the document ID only once. Okay, so this is very important here. So which I'm trying to make you understand. So I've already authenticated the Google form once over here, right? So here what I'm trying to explain is once you have the form ID into Google Forms, you just have to copy this ID into Make. Then only you can connect the Google form. But one Google form can be connected only once here. Okay, so here it is. Very important point. One Google form can be connected only once in Make. So if you want to create a new connection, okay, or and if you want to create a new scenario, you have to create a new Google form. Okay, so I hope this is pretty clear, right? Okay, so I have already connected the Google Forms over here, right? So, so this is being integrated. So now I've already filled a form, right? Okay, right? So here, let's say I click on run once. See, once I have clicked on run once, so this form will be popped up. Okay, so here you will have initialization operations. Okay, bundle one, limit two, show trash form false, show share drive form true. Okay, so output you get, this is the output here. Okay, so what is the kind drive file? Copy requires writer's permission false, writers can share true, view by me true. Okay, so parent thumbnail link you get over here, right? So as I have filled the form here, so here you can see the one operation is being detected here. So this is one operation, right? Got it clear, everyone? Okay, because I have filled the form once, right? So it's one operation. Now let's say I open this particular file over here. Okay, so here basically what you can do is you can further integrate all the data from Google Forms in your Google Sheets as well. Yeah, okay, clear everyone? So here you have the option of 1000 in make.com automation tutorials, right? It's very interesting tool which is being used, okay? And this is a very amazing AI automation tool. Now let's say, for example, I click on add another module. Click on plus icon, click on plus icon, then click on add another module. So what options you get here? So let's try to explore that as well. Click on plus icon. Okay, so here you have different options here. Google Form, Google Sheets, OpenAI. So what I do is I click on Google Sheets. Okay, just click on Google Sheets, right? So here you have different options. So what are the options here? So let's discuss that. Add a row, update a row, bulk add rows advanced, bulk update rows advanced, search rows. So you have to click on add a row. Okay, I just click on add a row over here. So let's see what I get. So now I have clicked on add a row. So now first thing is you have to choose your account before you add your connection. Right? So let's do that. So here I select my Google connection as your mother. Okay, so I click on add. This is sign in with Google over here. I click on continue, go and allow. Okay, so now let's click on next. That's called search method. Click on search method. So then try to understand the different options. Search by path, search from all, or enter manually. Let's say you decide to enter manually, so you can enter the spreadsheet ID, which can be extracted from its URL. Okay, so you know what could be the spreadsheet ID here. So here you can enter the spreadsheet ID. Right. Okay, so let me enter that. Okay, I'll open that spreadsheet. 1 second. Open the URL over here. Okay. Here you have different options: total number of bundles, okay, bundle order position, file ID, name. Okay, you will have different form fields here. So I'm just going to enter this spreadsheet ID, Control V. Right. So I have done that. Okay. So here you can see what are the options being explored. One form. Here you have two operations are being detected in Google Sheets. Right. So this is being connected. Correct. So your Google form is connected to Google Sheets. So we are going to have a lot of tutorials, right? So now what I do is click on run once. I click on run once. Okay. So now to so what option I get here, right? So the module is not set up. So here you have the error here. So if this module is not set up, so I want to make you understand that if at all you are getting errors, so how you can fix errors to set up the module, right? So you have the module contains unsaved changes. Now you have to make sure that if you're getting errors, how you can set up the module, right? So click here. Okay, so here it is. Go back to the sheet here. So now you have to enter the sheet name. What is the sheet name here? So you have to enter all the information. So 4 BHK villa for sale in Lonavala. So you have to enter the sheet name. Okay, enter all the information. Then your module will be set up. Okay, so here once you enter your sheet name, now you have to click on column range. Okay, so you have to click on column range, right? See here, you could see this notification has come. One operation has been detected here, right? So you have to click on column range A to Z. Yeah, it's A to Z. Again, scroll down. You have values, okay, from A to Z. So what are the values you have to define here as well? Okay, let's try to define the values. Okay, for column A, its name. Define the values. Okay. And for column B, what value we have? Contact number, right? Then what is the value for column C? It's please share your requirement. Okay, so here we have entered the values. Then click on OK. All right. So now, once we have entered the values, now let's see if this is being set up properly because I want to show you in details. Click on run once. See. So now you have the error. So what operation could not be found, right? So you have to make sure that if you're getting errors, so because errors are a part of a learning, right? To connect Google Sheets, right? Okay. So now what is the error? Try to identify. The operation failed. 404 not found. Requested entity was not detected here. Okay, so here it is. Go back to the sheet again. Yeah, so we have entered all the information. So enter manually. We have entered the sheet ID. Sheet name is this. Okay, so then go back to your sheet ID here, or can select search from all. So let's see, we find the ID finder over here. So file name is 4 BHK villa for sale in blah blah blah. Let's try this particular option. So 1 second, click on OK. Yeah, all right. So then now we could actually find the option of the Excel file, right? Search from all. Okay, so here it is. For here we are getting the information. Now the values are being displayed in a appropriate way, right? Okay, so let's say you select search by path. Let's say what you get. So now let's say you have search by path here. So what option you get? You have to try this particular option also. So fail to load data. Sheet name is what? Let's say 4 BHK villa for sale in blah blah, right? Yeah. So here it is. This is the spreadsheet ID. Let's say you click here. What option you get? Fail to load data here. So ideally, when you're clicking a search method, always click on enter manually. So this is the better option to get the data. Okay, just enter your spreadsheet ID here, and then you enter your sheet name. Then you enter the column range. Okay, click OK, enter all the information. Let's say you unformatted. So let's say if you click on yes, whether to insert a row unformatted. This example means that if you try to add a new URL into column in Google Sheet, they will not be converted into clickable links. Okay, so you just click on OK. Let's try this option. Yeah, so this is be clicked. Here you can see operations detected. Yeah, so we click here. So here you have the runtime errors. These errors you have to fix because if you're connecting your Google Sheets, you are bound to get errors. So what is the error 404? So if you want to handle this error automatically, so here it is giving us the solution. you have to choose one of the following option. This will create a new error handler route in the scenario, and then you can expand the route in any way you like, right? Okay, so you have to fix this particular error, okay, and then your error will be resolved. Okay, let's say here I scroll down. So what option you get? You see, this is the sheet name, then the spreadsheet ID, rows inserted, okay, rollback and finalization. Yeah, so you click on the sheet once again over here. Okay, I go back here, search from all. Yeah, so here you have to actually find the particular option over here. ID finder, file names. So what I do is 4 BHK villa for sale. So what is Innova? So I'm trying to explain you why errors or error handling methods as well. 4 BHK villa for sale in Lonavala, right? And then you have to click on OK over here. Yes. Now we are going to get these particular next error. Now we got 404 error. Then we are trying to get error number is 400, right? Okay. So that's the reason always try to follow the simple process of entering the spreadsheet ID manually. Manually, if you enter all the information, you'll definitely get all the data in your spreadsheet. Then you click on OK. That's it. Yes. So, my dear friends, so this is how we have connected the Google Forms into Google Sheets. I'll be taking the next session on how you can actually import all your data from Google Forms into Google Sheets. Okay, so with this, I end my today's session. If you found this session helpful, please give a thumbs up and definitely write in your comments. I'm going to take almost 20 sessions on make.com automation tutorial. So today's session was just an introduction session. Okay, so in the next session, we are going to see about the data import option in Google Sheets as well. All right. Thank you so much, my dear friends. And please try and do this practical by yourself. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.